What's up, y'all? The date is June 2nd, 2025. What that means for me, prep has officially begun. Now I take 12 weeks, and the reason I take 12 weeks is because I like to just take my time. Some guys actually take 16 weeks. I'm a 12-week guy because honestly, I don't like to be hungry that long. But my goal throughout the year, even in off season, I don't do really big bulking and then cutting. I'm 41 years old. That's just not what I'm gonna do. So my goal as a 41-year-old bodybuilder is to stay pretty close. Like if someone came to me and said, Matt, get on stage in 4 weeks. Be a little tough, but I could at least put something together. I make it to where I don't have to lose a lot of weight. So when it comes to my programming, I can keep it to where I'm not starving myself, right? So that's my strategy. And what I wanna talk about is I'm sitting here and I'm making my lifting program and what that looks like. So for those of you that don't know, I have a powerlifting background. I mean, that was my world in my mid-30s, and still got some state records and some world records in different federations. I was almost 300 pounds as a powerlifter. So now I'm in the heavyweight, 225 down to like 198 is heavyweight in bodybuilding. Coming from a powerlifting background, obviously did a ton of 5x5s. I did a lot of 8x3s. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of doubles. Bodybuilding, you know, is not that way. It's a completely different, obviously there's overlap. In off season, I do heavier stuff. But when it comes to a 12-week prep, number one, I don't want to get hurt. I mean, that's pretty much worst case scenario because then I'm out of the game. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to get any bigger. I'm actually going to get a little smaller, but it's funny as you watch, it'll look as if I'm getting bigger, even though I'm losing weight. It's an optical illusion, okay? But I'm about 222 right now. I want to compete a little bigger this time, so I'll be maybe 210 or 212. So that's kind of the strategy. We don't want to get hurt. So a lot of our reps are going to be 8 to 12, all right? Maybe even to 15, depending on what body part, okay? So when it comes to my split, I'm working on a percentage of my 1 rep max, okay? I'm gonna be at about 75%, most of the time, 70% of my 1 rep max. That's what I'm doing reps with. Make sense? I'm gonna do, this is my split, push, pull, legs. So 6 days a week, and I have like a push A and then a push B later on in the week. For push A, we're doing a lot of compound stuff. Barbell press, incline press, right? Shoulder press, a lot of compound stuff. And then I have pull A. So I have my push A, a lot of compound. Pull A also starts off with deadlifts, okay? And weighted pull-ups, some barbell rows. So again, heavy compound day. And then legs, another compound day. So I'm at 75% of my 1 rep max, and I'm doing 8 to 10. And then my push B, I'm gonna have some dumbbells, a lot of dumbbell stuff. Still gonna be, you know, at 10 to 12 rep range. And also rest periods. Rest periods are really big. The most I'm going to rest is 120 seconds or 2 minutes. All right, that's the top of my rest period game, okay? And then the shortest I'll rest is like a minute, like with arm stuff, shoulder stuff, triceps is like a minute, okay? Some of your compound movements, your squats, your presses, that's where you're gonna get 2 minutes of rest. And in my powerlifting days, you know, depending, sometimes I would be resting for 5 minutes in between sets. But that's one hack. Like if you think that you have an easy workout or an easy routine and you want a very easy way to like increase the difficulty exponentially, decrease the rest periods. If you can keep those rest periods appropriate, it will completely and radically change your game for sure. So I have different phases, right? So my weeks like 12 through 7 is just the early prep. My goal is, again, to maintain as much lean body mass as I can, but just absolutely shred the fat. So early phase 1 is weeks 12 to 7. And then we go to phase 2, mid prep, weeks 6 through 4. Again, we're backing it down a little bit as far as like the percentages of my 1 rep max. Again, no injuries. We can't get injured. If I get injured, then I can't train. If I can't train, I can't get on stage. Especially as you get older, hopefully you learn to train smart, all right? Train hard, but train smart. Phase 3, I'm gonna be pretty depleted at this point. As you get real close, you're fighting just to get through the workout, right? You start cutting your carbs way down, and dude, you're just like trying to hang on for dear life, okay? So still gonna be push, pull, legs. That's gonna be my entire 12 weeks. That's the split that I'm going with. and we're gonna see how it works out. But that is the strategy for my weightlifting prep. That's my strategy. I divide it into 3 phases. I'm working off a percentage of my 1 rep max, okay? And then I'm lifting appropriately. No injuries. This isn't off season. We're not going for PRs. We're trying to get absolutely insanely jacked. I'm gonna bring the best Matt that has ever been on stage. All right, that's my goal. I'm training for the North Americans. It's a national show. And so if you win your weight class, you get your IFBB Pro card. So when you place top 2 in a regional show, it qualifies you for a national show. So that's what this North American is. So if I win my weight class, I get that IFBB Pro card, baby. So it's a big show, big deal, and I'm excited. So buckle up, stay tuned. Day 1, 12 weeks. Here we go, baby. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome to the journey, y'all. 12 weeks to my pro card. I am training for the North Americans in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've got 12 weeks. I'm a heavyweight, so my weight right now is about 222. I gotta stay between 198 and a quarter and 225. My prediction, I'd love to go in around 212. So this is the journey, folks. I'm doing push-pull legs, push-pull legs. That's the split for this 12-week prep, and then I'm gonna take Sundays off. And my A's, right? My push A, pull A, leg A are gonna be, a little heavier, compound based. Y'all, I'm super simple. There's very basic movements that makes a human being stronger and better, and those are the movements that I focus on. So you're not gonna see me hanging from the ceiling or having chains and bands wrapped all over my face. Basic. I'm a power lifter, y'all, that's trying to be a bodybuilder. So let's get warmed up a little bit. Today we're gonna be a little heavier. Most of the time I'm gonna be like in the 8 to 15 rep range, but for deadlifts I'm gonna go a little heavier today, maybe 6 to 8 rep range. A little heavy, nothing too crazy, because you don't want to get hurt in this game. If you get hurt, then you're done and you can't play. So nobody wants to be injured. Ooh. Let's get a little warmed up here. Ha! Let's go. People ask me a lot why I'm always barefoot in the weight room. That's mostly the state you'll find me in, is just socks on. That's what I do. But when it comes to squat and deadlift, I have a very specific reason, and that is because I want to feel every bit, every ounce of where I'm putting pressure at, right? It's super important of where you're putting pressure when it comes to squat and deadlift. So think about your femur just driving down the middle of your leg, and then it just drives you straight into the ground. So you don't want to be on your heels. You surely don't want to be on your toes, but you almost want to just be through the middle of your feet, and you're just driving it down to the center of the earth. That'll help you. That'll give you a real stable base. Because I've seen some guys, they get on their heels and then all of a sudden they're falling back. So you just want to be right in the middle of your feet. And if I had a big rubbery sole on my shoes, I wouldn't be able to feel that, right? Let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Now it's time to play. Let's go. All right, let's talk about rest periods. What does that look like? So for my compound movements during training, bench, squat, deadlift, stuff like this, like 2 minutes is all you need. And then for the rest of my stuff, 90 seconds. Arm stuff, shoulder stuff is like 60 seconds. I'm telling y'all, people don't understand the importance of rest periods. If you think one of your workouts has become too easy, cut your rest periods in half. And you just got yourself a whole new workout. Lower back tight, upper back tight. There we go. Man, it's too easy. If you want a big back, you're gonna deadlift. I just don't care. It's just irreplaceable.
It's just a good lift. So during this prep, I mean, we're at 5 plates. I really have no interest in going over this during my prep. This is plenty of weight for my little body. Let's try and make it look easy. Make it look light. Yep. A little too light today. That's good. Up next, we got good old-fashioned pull-ups. You want a big back? Do these. I promise. I'll just show you one set of these. I gotta do 4 of them though. Ooh. Here's a wonderful start to a wonderful workout. Oh, I love you. We're getting closer to getting the way through this fun little pull A day. Bent over rows. This is probably my second favorite back workout behind deadlift. And it's just an incredible compound movement. It's just gonna add thickness to your back. You'll see most guys in the gym and they'll be up here. All right, it's called bent over rows for a reason. So once you hear, and I kind of let my hips be kind of like the shocks. So I'm not bouncing, I'm just kind of letting my hips loose a little bit. So I always deadlift it first, I lift it up, and then I bend over and do my rows. Make sense? Perfect. That was a lot of fun, folks. A lot of fun. Let's do 3 more sets just like that. All right, let's do some biceps. That's part of a pull day. Back and biceps. So do some curls, folks. Some easy curls. A lot of times I do straight bar, but programming today says easy curl. So we're gonna do 12 to 15 reps. And we're only gonna rest a minute on these. So elbows in, and we're just coming up here. Ooh, yeah. Woo. Yeah, buddy. Ay. All right, y'all. So this will be the last thing for the day. We'll do 4 sets of these. Really just focusing on just getting as much blood into my back as possible. And then we'll do a little bit of posing. I have to end every workout with posing. Posing is the sport within the sport. So stay tuned for that journey. I'm still a blocky powerlifter that needs to learn how to frickin' pose. Posing is tough, and some of those guys make it look so easy. So let's do some of these, shall we? Right to your belly button. Stretch and then pull. Oh, I think that was a good workout. Until next time, stay tuned. It's gonna be a banger. I wanna bring the best form of mat Trammel that I've ever brought. Current physique. Got a little ways to go, folks, but I feel good. Stay tuned, buckle up, keep up. Love you, see you soon, bye. All right, I was 225 earlier this week. Let's see what we are right now. 222. 222.6 is what we are. So I feel real good about that. Got a little ways to go. All right, boys and girls. So the setup for this wonderful exercise we call rack pulls. You want this bar just below your knees. So on your setup, see my knees? I would actually prefer it be down just like a little bit, but this rack doesn't allow it because it bangs into the bottom thing right there. So, but you just, like I said, you just want a little bit just below your knees. All right, so you want to keep this right against you, like right up on you the whole time. This bar is your best friend. Don't let this bar get out. Never try to pull with the bar being separate from your skin. And you want this thing right up on you. And then keep it close all the way up. Ooh. Good. A little warmed up here, huh? Here's a fun fact. I've had this shirt right here since my junior year in college. That would have been circa 2000, 2001. I'm 41 right now. Geez, shirt's older than probably most of you watching. Anyway, another thing about this, these rack pulls here, we're gonna do 4 sets, and we're gonna do like 6 to 8. So the thing about rack pulls is you can kind of overload them, but you still have to be careful. Again, we are about no injuries. You get injured, you can't train, you can't compete, you can't step on stage, you can't step on the field, you're no good. But anyways, just stay very tight, stay braced, right up on your knees. Let's go, baby. Okay. Good. If you are looking for a good belt, I would recommend, and I am not sponsored by, but I wish I was. But these are Inzer, I-N-Z-E-R. They're called lever belts. And you just take this thing and you just cool. At the beginning of my powerlifting career, I used to have the, you had the 2 little prongs, and bro, you have to be up on this thing like fight. Oh no. That was a fight I was tired of. So these are awesome. Lightweight, baby. Ooh. Good. Lightweight. All right, so from here on out, we just kind of do, since this is our second pull day, we're just really working on getting blood into the lats. And so 4 sets on this. This will be 4 sets of like 10 to 12, and just really focusing on slow and controlled. There's no race here. Get you some wide lats. The best cue I think I ever got for back was pretend like there's a string on the back of your elbows, and that string is what's pulling you down into the ground like that. Instead of just pulling with your biceps, you're pulling with your back. Use your lats. Put your mind into your muscle. That's a bunch. Now that we're warmed up, we work. I won't show you all my stuff though. Third exercise. These are cable low rows. You can change the grip. You can do whatever you want. I use this grip right here for today. Again, this is just pull those elbows back. Strings. Pulling your elbows back. Don't pull with your biceps. Also, most people want to pull too high, and they like pull up here. I want you to pull down like belly button. Okay? Perfect. Hiya! Stat gang. Stat gang, anyone? Aye. Let's go. Yeah. Fourth exercise on this fantastic pull day. We're gonna do some hammer dumbbell curls. I'm gonna do them both at the same time. Sometimes I alternate. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Oh yeah, buddy. 3 more sets of that, folks. Yep. All right, so we're still resting for about a minute, right? About a minute is gonna be the rest periods. These are good for the thickness of your bicep. So there's thickness and then there's altitude. This is for when you go neutral hammers. That's for the thickness of your bicep. Let's do a drop set. Oh, drop set. I'm gonna cut the weight in. Oh, yeah. The biceps are already, or should be for you, pretty much shot from all the back that we've already done. Ooh, geez, that's it. Last and final thing, I'm just gonna burn out these little rear delts right here. If you want really nice shoulders, right? You want like a cannonball. You have to do rear delts. You just have to. But they're very neglected by most people because they don't do them specifically. You're gonna get a ton of front delt work on any press, whether that's bench press or shoulder press. And then if you want wide, then you do lateral raises. If you want 3D, then you do rear delts. Right here, baby. Ay, ay, ay. Yep. Yow. Shot. All right. We'll do 2 more sets of that and then do some posing. I feel real good, folks. I feel real good. Only 11 weeks left. Little front double. Let's check that out. At 11 weeks out. How's that? Got some work to do? Okay, thanks. Side chest. Side tricep. Ooh. What do you think? I know, I told you we got some work to do. How about this one? Ooh, right here. Okay, this will give you a little frame of reference anyway. Plenty of room for getting better, right? Let's get a little better every day. All right, we're just getting started. This journey's about to get real wacky. Love you. You can't mess me up, bro.